Hello everyone, Ace here, and today I will be walking through Act 1 of Vigilant. This may be a multi-part video due to Act 1 being a somewhat lengthy act, so without further ado, let us hop right into it. Now, to start the questline to Vigilant, we need to join the Vigilance of Stendarr. Now we can do this by heading over to Dawnstar and talking to an NPC named Altano inside Windpeak Inn.
Listen to your friend, Fuki. They are just dreams, my dear. I assure you that it is quite normal.
I like that look in your eyes. Would you like to join the Vigilance of Stendarr? You look like you could hold your own.
Yes, I'd like to join you.
I'm glad to hear this. We'll be counting on you from now on. May Stendarr bless you. Follow me. I will guide you through the Temple of Stendarr.
Doing what I can to end these.
After Altano is done talking, you'll receive an Amulet of Stendarr and the active effect, Protection of Stendarr. Protection of Stendarr gives you increased magic resistance by 5%. It's nothing really special, but it's a nice little starter active effect you can get at the start of the game. The old Histus Flask is pretty much a travel lantern. When equipped, it will illuminate the circumference of the wearer with a white light. As you can see here, it does make quite the difference. Now, I would like to mention that there is another NPC added named Orland the Knowledgeable. Orland acts as a story branch, and if you do what he says here, you will skip Acts 1, 2, and 3 immediately. You will also end up in Coldharbour, which is the final act. This can be useful for players who have already played through the first 3 acts of Vigilant and they want to go straight to Coldharbour immediately instead of repeating the first 3 acts. Now, for some reason, for me at least, he wasn't voiced, so I'll skip through some of the not so voice acted dialogue and explain what you need to do. Basically, Orland will give you a spitting needle, as shown here soon. You must attack Altano with it, and when done correctly, you will appear in a Hermaeus Mora type tunnel. Here you must speak to Orland again to continue on the quest. Now once you continue on the quest, you must walk to the end of the tunnel. Once you do so, you will hear crying noises, I guess, and you will start Act 4 immediately. Now, I'm not going to do it for the sake of walking you guys through the other acts, so beat it. The next quest will automatically start as well. Despite the quest telling you to follow Altano, you can actually just fast travel to the temple, but for the sake of new players to the mod, I will speed up time here and show you how to get there from Dawnstar. When you arrive, head inside the Stone Ravine. Welcome to the Temple of Stendarr. This will be your small hub area for most of Vigilant. The first objective you will receive when you enter is to speak to Altano again.
This is the Temple of Stendarr, one of our bases in Skyrim. You should greet Thorondir. He's the keeper in this temple.
Now we must go talk to Thorondir.
Speak quickly.
Nice to meet you. I am Ace.
Ah, so you're the novice Altano recruited. Yes, I like the look in your eyes, and I can feel a strong will in you as well. But enough with the small talk. I'm sure you're not here to be bored with the stories of an old man. Altano will take care of you for now. If you have questions, go to him.
When you speak to Altano, he will give you a quick overview of the temple.
I will give you a short overview of its facilities. The place we're standing in right now is the chapel of the temple. Here we speak our prayers to Stendarr. Downstairs is the library where books collected by our predecessors are kept. You should visit it when you have the time. To the right of the entrance is an alchemy laboratory. Upstairs is the restroom. On the second floor on the left is a dining room. Admittedly, the food there is not splendid, but it will satisfy your hunger. But let's finish the explanation here. You must be tired. Get some rest.
Altano goes over everything pretty well other than one important aspect of the mod for collectionists, the Anvil of Zenithar. This anvil is Vigilant's way of adding progressive crafting into the mod. Whenever you progress through an important part of the story and find new artifacts, armor sets, and clothing, there may be a chance it will be added to the list of things you can create using the anvil. Throughout my many walkthroughs, I'll be sure to tell you whether or not an item is craftable here. Upstairs is the restroom, as Altano called it. You have 2 player storages you can use, and in the chest you can find many starter items including spell tomes and all kinds of spells, a few potions, and the starter Vigilant robes. All of these items give you a pretty good start to Vigilant, so if you're a new character making a save just to play the mod, to a starter character who happen to stumble upon the Vigilance early, they will give you a good boost. There are no special enchantments on the clothing, however they do have their own unique textures, with a built-in mask to top off the Vigilant look. Vigilant has many, and I mean many, armor sets. However, almost all of them don't have a display in the Legacy of the Dragonborn Vigilant room, so we'll be using the mannequin armories to store all the sets we obtain. Downstairs in the library we can find Gwyneth, a merchant who will sell you a few unique items. She sells all Vigilant robes, including light armor versions of them, and 4 unique weapons. 3 of the weapons she sells we will obtain through Act 1, so I'm not going to showcase them here yet. However, the Vigilance Mailbreaker is unique to the shop. Being a Dark Souls reference, the Mailbreaker is a dagger that will have a chance to ignore 25% of armor on a power attack. It's a very cool looking dagger, and if used right, can be deadly to an armored foe. Now, when you equip the dagger, you may notice you will equip a power dubbed as weapon art. Many weapons in this mod give you different weapon arts, and I will go over all of them total in a separate video. The weapon art you get from equipping the Mailbreaker allows you to create an anti-magic field that will deal a good amount of magical damage to those in the caster's vicinity. It also dispels cloak and armor spells, so those pesky mages that spam Iron Flesh or any other alteration armor spell won't stand a chance with this. If you are ever in need of books to display in the Legacy of the Dragonborn library, these bookcases will for sure stock you up. If you have the Curator's Companion mod, certain books will tell you if they can be displayed, if they already are displayed in the museum, or if they are already in your inventory. Now let's get back to the quest line. After the Vigilant of Stendarr quest completes, speak to Altano again for your first mission.
Need something?
A priest of Arche in Whiterun has requested our assistance. It seems they have some problems with a vampire. I want you to accompany me. Hurry up and prepare for the journey. The vampire won't wait for us.
Until next time.
We must now head to the Hall of the Dead in Whiterun. When you arrive there, the priest will be talking to Altano. Once they are done talking, speak to Altano again.
Are there any victims? If so, I'd like a list of them.
Here. We found the 5th victim yesterday. Please, can you help us? Guards are terrified and we can't rely on them.
Don't worry. We, the Vigilance of Stendarr, will deal with this vampire.
Thank you very much. Blessings of the 8 divines upon you.
What can you tell me about the incident?
All of the victims were completely drained of blood. This is the work of a vampire, a newly turned one at that. I'll take a more thorough look at the notes. In the meantime, you should search for anyone suspicious in the city.
If you want to know more information about what is happening, you can speak to Altano yourself.
There is no connection of magical nature between them.
Now, when you exit the Hall of the Dead, follow me to find the vampire.
Would you like my sweet rolls? They're delicious.
Sure, why not?
Thank you very much. Could you close your eyes for a moment? I'm very shy.
Once she finishes talking, she will morph into a vampire lord right in front of us and attack. We must defeat her to advance the quest. Once you defeat her, the quest will update and her ashes will spread over the ground. You can loot a unique piece of red stone off of her. We will be seeing these pieces of the stone all throughout Act 1. You can also loot the pilgrim robes off of her. No special enchants are on these robes, so I won't showcase them, but they do look really cool. This is also how you get the red version of the robes. Let's head back to Altano to update him. I defeated the vampire. She was disguised as a prostitute.
Ah, so that's why you look so refreshed. Honestly, I expected something like this from you. Anyway, a prostitute. Well, our work here is done. I think I will look for some kind of refreshment as well.
The quest will end and another will start. We must now speak to Altano at the Bannered Mare here in Whiterun.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Please.
Just stoke the fire.
When you arrive, make sure to look around for Altano, because for some reason he likes to hang around upstairs when you first enter the Bannered Mare.
Good morning.
Did anything happen?
A few hours ago, a house outside city walls was destroyed by a Daedra. Reports say people heard it laughing, and that it's still in there. A woman who may have summoned it has also been seen there. Our mission is to defeat that Daedra and seize its summoner. Let's go.
Farewell.
Let's now head outside of Whiterun to the house and search for the Daedra. The house isn't too hard to find, just follow the map marker and you should arrive here. Walk up to the house to be introduced to Vernaccus. It doesn't matter what dialogue option you pick, just go through the convo and once it ends, Vernaccus will attack you. You must defeat him. He isn't too challenging to fight, but his Daedric weapon can do a good amount of damage if you aren't careful. When you defeat him, loot his body. You can get a guaranteed Daedric mace drop from him, so if you're a low level, this mace can help you a great amount. Loot anything else you need, and then when you're done looting, talk to Altano.
Yes?
I don't see it, Summer.
Damn it! She already escaped. But if she was able to summon Vernaccus, her conjuration skill must be immense. I will return to the inn and collect all I can about this summoner. Return to me when you're ready.
The quest will automatically end, and another one will start. We must go talk to Altano at the Bannered Mare again. Did you find anything about the summoner?
There was an incident with the Daedra in the inn in Windhelm. It might be related to our investigation. We should check it out.
Altano mentions a Daedra at the Candlehearth Hall located in Windhelm. Like I said earlier in the video, if you've never discovered a location before you do some of these Vigilant quests, they will discover automatically and it will allow you to fast travel to them. Without further ado, let's go fast travel.
What do you want?
We are the
As soon as you enter the inn, Altano will be talking to the innkeeper about this lazy Daedra. I'm going to skip this, but you can listen to the dialogue in your save game.
Refuses to leave. Can you do something about it?
When they are done talking, the quest will automatically update. Follow me to go to the room where the Daedra is located. Altano will confront the Daedra. He will leave us to attempt to banish it.
Hey,
There are a couple ways to go about getting rid of the Daedra.
Go.
The first option is to attack and defeat it. Doing so will allow you to get his Daedric battle axe, so if you are in need of a strong two-handed weapon, I'd suggest doing this option. The other way includes activating this triple question mark thing. Aim here to get this pop-up box. If you have a conjuration skill that's over 25, you will automatically banish him back to oblivion while a comical Wilhelm scream plays. This option won't allow you to get his weapon, however. Whichever option you choose, you must report back to Altano. I sent that Daedra in the inn back to oblivion.
I've never seen such a poor excuse for a Daedra. Well, the summoner is what's important. Judging by the traces of her magicka, she must be somewhere nearby. I will continue the search for her in Windhelm. I'll be at the inn if you need me.
The quest will automatically complete, and another will start. We must talk to Altano in the Candlehearth Hall, so the location we're basically in right now. You look troubled. What's wrong?
I overheard a strange rumor from the guards. Apparently, there's a sinister man in Kynesgrove. Anyone who looks him in the eyes flies into a frenzy, they say. As Vigilants of Stendarr, we can't overlook something like that. Go to Kynes Grove and check out this rumor.
He'll tell us about a Daedra spotted in Kynes Grove. We must go there and investigate. The location will automatically become available to fast travel, so let's go ahead and go there. Once you arrive, head inside the inn. The NPC we need to talk to is named Balor. Once you find him, speak to him. I heard you drive people mad with the look. Is this true?
Yes, why are you asking? I'm so tired of this. Please leave me alone.
Now the quest will update telling you to return to
I
Altana.
lost a bet.
However, you can ask him more about his eye if you want to. The rumor was true, but Balor has no evil intentions.
That man, Balor, must be sent to Stendarr. What do you think will happen if that man loses control of his eye? Many people will suffer, don't you understand?
No matter what option you choose here, you will still have to kill Balor. Let's go back to Kynes Grove and do the deed.
Why won't you just leave me alone?
You have to die. Stendarr is waiting for you.
If this is your answer, then there's only one thing left to do.
After you say Stendarr is waiting for you, Balor will immediately become hostile and you will most likely be blinded by his little eye. Balor's eye will constantly blind you during the fight, and he can do a good amount of damage if not prepared. Now once you defeat him, loot his body. You can find another piece of the red stone. Very interesting. Now we must return to Altana and tell him the deed is done. Now, if you wanted to go a little bit quicker, instead of going back and forth between Candlehearth Hall and Kynes Grove, you can arrive to investigate Balor, kill him without returning to Altana, and Altana will still be as pleased. There is no unique dialogue to doing this, as this isn't like the Innocence Lost quest, Dark Brother quest. It just helps progress the act a little bit quicker. I killed Balor.
Don't let it get to you. At times like this, a drink will make you feel better.
The quest will complete, and a new one will start. Talk to Altana again to progress it. Did you find any clues about the summoner?
I've got news from Stendarr's beacon. Apparently, she's been seen in Riften. Let's go to the beacon and listen to the details.
We must now head over to Stendarr's beacon. The location will automatically become located, and we can, thank God, fast travel here. Let's go. When you first arrive, Altana will be talking to Master Jacob. I'll skip through the dialogue and get right on to talking.
Don't stand on, sir, about your partner. Altano mentioned your eyes in his letter, and it's true, as if Stendarr himself gazed at me. In any case, be careful with that Daedra. It's one of the more curious ones, so don't underestimate it.
Jacob will send us to Banish a Daedra in the Riften Inn, the Bee and the Barb. Let's go head over there now. As soon as you enter, you will hear commotion. It will be between Altano and the Daedra. Like the lazy Daedra, there are two ways to banish this one. If you let Altano and the Daedra talk it out, he will eventually start attacking you and you must kill him. Doing this will allow you to get his Daedric Warhammer. The other option is to glance over this area right here and activate the triple question mark box and banish him if your conjuration skill is over 25. The classic Wilhelm scream will play, but sadly you won't be able to grab the Daedric Warhammer. Whichever option you choose, the quest will progress the same. Go ahead and speak to the innkeeper. To keep progressing the quest, you have to have 1,000 septums.
Who will pay the bill?
Once you have the money, pay it up.
1,000 septums worth of my food.
Fine, here's your money.
Thank you. You should really choose your friends more carefully.
After this whole fiasco, return to Stendarr's beacon and update Jacob. The Daedra and the Bee and the Barb has been dealt with.
Very good. Stendarr bless you for your trouble.
So did you find the summoner yet?
Yes, we chased her down into the Ratway, but couldn't catch her. She has a bodyguard clad in ebony armor. That mercenary is terribly strong. He broke through our formation head on. I've just sent a pursuit team after them both. I just hope everyone returns safely.
What should we do next?
You should investigate Ratway. There is some evidence of Daedra summoning.
After
left
finishing the
behind.
conversation with Jacob, the quest Dine and Dash will end. We will start another quest, and we must speak to Altano.
In the Ratway? I have friends in the Ragged Flagon. I'll try and get some information from them. I'll go on ahead. You meet me there as soon as you're ready.
We now need to head to the Ratway to investigate a Khajiit. Yeah, you heard me right. Let's head to Riften and go inside the Ratway.